Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB with an Avatar standard video for you guys. This is Blue-Red Lessons, built around many powerful cards from Avatar and the subtype Lessons. So Lessons, there are many payoffs in the set, but I found some of my favorites to combine into a deck. And you can see next to where it says instant, all of these cards have positive effects that you would want on your instance, but they are also lessons. So casting or accumulating them in the graveyard has payoffs. One of the favorites being Gran. My friends, Gran is here to teach you a lesson. For 1 blue, you get a 1/2 legendary human peasant ally. And when Gran becomes tapped, draw a card, then discard a card. Non-creature spells cost 1 less to cast as long as there are 3 or more lesson cards in your graveyard. So yes, we want to fill the graveyard and cast a lot of lessons. Accumulate Wisdom is another beautiful one. Look at the top 3 cards of library, put 1 into hand and rest on bottom. But each of those cards in your hand put each of those cards in your hand instead if there are 3 or more lessons in your graveyard. There you go. That's the take. So once you get 3 lessons, this is 2 mana, instant speed, put 3 cards in your hand. Awesome. Amazing. I love everything about it. Boomerang basics. Return a non-land permanent to owner's hand. That works very well on your opponent's stuff, but if you control the permanent, draw a card. Awesome. And it's a lesson. So we can bring our Storm Chaser's talent back to our hand and draw a card. Then use level 2 to get back the boomerang basics and do it again, making an extra otter and getting prowess triggers each time. A nice little, you would say, value engine out of all that. There are more lesson payoffs like Dragonfly Swarm. For 1, a blue and a red, a star 3, where star is equal to the number of non-creature non-land cards in your graveyard. That includes lessons. And when this creature dies, if there's a lesson card in your graveyard, draw a card. One of my favorite lines in Magic. So we get a very large powered attacking creature with flying and ward 1, and when they kill it, we still draw because why wouldn't there be a lesson in our graveyard? All of it comes together with Saka, Bold Boomeranger. A blue and a red gives you a 1/1 that when it enters, discard up to 2 cards and draw that many cards. So we can get rid of the lessons that say remove a creature or are too slow or counter a spell or aren't as good in the late game. We can get rid of the lessons that are not the best for our deck and draw new cards while filling our graveyard. Then whenever you cast an artifact, or lesson spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Saka. So Saka gets bigger, gets stronger, and does more damage, while also possibly boomeranging back to hand using boomerang basics, which is right on flavor, to get deeper and deeper through the deck and set us up for a sweet combo finish that we have that sometimes comes up, where we use Wild Ride to give +3/+0 and haste to the Dragonfly Swarm that then swings over and kills an opponent who thought they were safe. So if you want to see a very cool little lesson deck in blue and red that also is very friendly on the wild card count, because most of these are commons or uncommons, then this is a great video for you. So let's dive in and let the nonsense begin. Gather around, you youngins. Gran's teaching lessons today. Turn 1 Gran? No turn 1 Gran. But we have boomerangs. We don't have targets for boomerangs, but we have combustion technique attachments. On the draw, bounce their first thing, maybe kill their second thing, swarm them. This is doable. Let's play. Okay, opponent leads on Tranquil Cove, so nothing to bounce here. Usually means blue-white control. Candy Trail usually means artifacts. What are we up against? Passage on blue. Well, we got our boomeranger, so let's fire it off. So what do we not need? Our opponent hasn't played a creature, which makes technique look bad, and the idea of having 2 basics seems unnecessary, so we'll drop these 2 into the graveyard and start making progress towards an excellent Dragonfly Swarm. Don't worry about him. He's just a little guy. He's no big deal. Stock up. Yep. Okay. We got some classic blue-white controlisms. Grow this, hit them. We could even possibly bounce it. This is one of those games that might go long. Very long. We also have too many lands already, which is concerning. Very concerning. So yeah, we're going to attack. And then in an absolute flavor win, we'll use Boomerang Basics. Return Sokka. Draw a card, find our Grand, and be able to play this next turn to discard more of these lands we don't need. If the opponent doesn't get their counter spell going. That said, we do have plenty of ways to react. Let's see. Play this first. You never know when you might need your mana against a control deck. See if this can resolve. Yes! We did need that. You can both hit the bin. And we have a Storm Chaser's talent, which is excellent. We could also play Grand, but I expect the opponent to blow up the board. However, like, we have an Octopus's form, but I expect them to cast Day of Judgment, Ultima, something like that. And you'd much rather have the Storm Chaser's talent on the board if that's what happens. Flanker. No, not my graveyard. Okay. Let's see what they do. Yep, they're going right after my graveyard. Okay. I'll let that resolve. But before they untap... Oh, we can do this anytime. Let it be. Let it be. If we use it on our turn, we get a prowess trigger. We can also keep Octopus's form up just in case they come after us with targeted removal. Yeah, they're not being aggressive here. So do we save this till our turn? I think we do. We want the prowess trigger. We have to pressure them. Combustion Technique can exile the flanker. Firebending Lesson can just simply kill it. Okay. Let's start with this lesson. And see how they respond. I'm still not interested in adding more creatures to the board. I think I'll use Storm Chaser's talent. I could just get back this lesson and then have a lesson for later. That's not the best use of it, though. I don't know. It's tough. Could also go for the Swarm, which I think they'd counter. Let's attack and see what they do. So they could have 3 steps ahead and could be planning on cracking the trail. And I still think there's a good chance they want to blow up the board. I think I'm just going to level up my talent and get back a card, even though it's not really the card I want. Weird. They don't want me to get the Firebending Lesson? I would rather have the maps than the Firebending Lesson, I'm not gonna lie. That's interesting. I think they just... I see. They want to blow up the maps when they blow up the Ultima. I guess if they were going to get rid of this eventually, it makes sense. All right. Here's Grand. I guess I'll also play the Swarm while they're tapped out. Hold up Octopus's form. Really need to get an attack here. We're running out of cards. They want to split up. Can I tap? Man, this would be so good if I was able to tap either one of these, but I can't. Okay, that gets us cards. That's nice. And wow, snap that off. Yeah, we're in a bad spot. They've gotten lots of selection. We haven't drawn any. There's our first quench, unfortunately. Let's discard Combustion Technique. They don't appear to play many creatures. We get the Swarm and we get a talent. Let's play the Swarm. It's an escalating threat that they'll want to deal with. Not having Quench open I don't think matters when they have this much land. I'd rather hope they draw the removal. Battle Menu, which is 2 mana, and they pay their wards. So let's go for form, see if they counter this or fight over this. I'm sure that's not ideal for them. Wish we still had a boomerang basics in the yard that we could get back to get the talent engine going. Ooh, they did not counter that. I would have expected them to counter that. Let's go combat. You gotta play. You take 5? Okay, we're on the move now. It's getting real. Play talent. Make otter. Pass turn. Don't level up here. We might be able to catch something with the quench here. I played around it last turn. Even if we just intimidate them into not casting something, that could be good. They take 1 to make fish. Fish can't block dragonfly. That's a creature that can. So now our combustion technique might be relevant. It's an interesting card to play. The Bull Boomeranger. What will they do? Discard up to 2 cards. I don't want to discard these that much. That said, the quench probably won't hit anything useful. The combustion technique isn't necessary to get us past anchorage. We should go for it. Those accumulate wisdoms are in there somewhere, and we need to find them. It also makes the swarm bigger. Boomerang basics can be helpful. I think we go for talent in that case, but we could also go for Sokka and then get back the basics with the talent level 2 that we haven't used. Play around No More Lies here and get a prowess trigger. We're back. Okay, card count going up. You love to see it. That's 8 in the air. That's a flanker. What's flanker want to do? Are you going to exile my graveyard again? Wow. That hurts the swarm pretty badly. And then how about that otter? Are you going to block it? 2 flankers out of our opponent. Yikes. Maybe I was not supposed to do this. Maybe I was supposed to just... But I do think I have to get a lesson in the graveyard. I think I have to. What I'm trying to say is I also probably should have discarded the land, but then we wouldn't have this quench open, so who knows. Okay, they're still taking damage for fish. 2 flankers, half our deck gone. That is some graveyard despising out here. They are drawing a card now from Fountain Port. That seems a little desperate. You'll love to see that. Then Day of Judgment. We have a lesson in the graveyard, so we get a card. Please be something that draws cards. Man, losing that last boomerang basics really hurt. Okay, that's something. We needed that. Keep digging. Another talent. Level 4, we can get back attachments. They might respond with a get lost. We can quench it, but we don't have the untapped land. All right, give me an otter. They either have No More Lies or a get lost. If they had a get lost, would we have seen it? I don't know. I don't know. That's interesting. Let's see if we can bin something with this Thundering Falls that we want more than abandoned attachments. That's not it. But it's another lesson in our yard. Okay. Level up. Okay, it's a get lost, which is nice. We kind of want the maps. What a top deck. Oh, that's a dagger. That is truly a dagger. We just needed them to draw land for like 1 or 2 turns to have a shot. And obviously that didn't happen. Enough that I could kick my space heater, and I did. All right, where are we at here? We're on level 1 still, so this can still get back attachments. There's a swarm. It's up to 4. What we have to do is find the one wild ride in the deck and make it really count. Let's see what we can do with these maps. That is not it. Again, please. It's a card we need. It's right on top of the deck. I think we hold the swarm. They're doing it again. Do we want to counter that? I don't know if this quench is going to do anything the rest of the game. Let's get it. Let's punish that get lost. Get me the attachments. Attack. Down to 7. Wild Ride Swarm. That's the evil plan. Or maybe leveling up this talent, since now there are 3 get lost spent. They might... I mean, they probably only have 1 left in the deck anyway. And they might be out of them. Yep. Okay, that's just Wrath and Otter. Sure. Let's go with level 3. Is it get lost? Oh my gosh, it is. Unbelievable. All 4. That's fine. Now we're on the move. 1 wild ride, 19 cards. Gotta find it. Gotta have it at the right time. The opponent's cracking on their turn. They're still scrambling. That's basically a tutor. Since they've already cast 2 charts, they know the bottom of their deck. So they have selected every card they could possibly want. If they have a 3rd flanker, they have it. If they have a 3rd flanker, how am I supposed to win with a Dragonfly Swarm? They are only at 10. That's, I guess, the best we've got going for us. Oh my goodness. They have picked through their whole deck and found everything they could want. But we still have 3 accumulate wisdoms. Authority. Well, there goes the wild ride plan. Unless we can bounce it. We have 1 more boomerang basics. We do. We do. Do we try to do it now? I think we need the cost reduction. I think we go for it. Given what's left in our deck, I think that's what we have to do. There's the wild ride. We have 1 more boomerang basics. We have to find it. And we want to do it as cheaply as possible and fill the graveyard as we go with lessons. Non-creature, non-land cards in the graveyard. Well, all creatures and all lands. We can't grow it with any of these. We do not need another Grand though. Talent and basics. There it is. Bounce this. How close are we? We're there. We're there. We're there. We're there. We did it. We did it. Know your deck, guys. See the line. It's not just about playing what's in your hand. You have to know what's available and make it happen. On the draw, we have removal. So as long as we can make red mana, we should be able to keep the opponent from winning too quickly. They have a Spectral Sailor. It has flash, and they played it on turn 1. That is a sign to me, and I am going right after this Sailor. I'm not letting them untap and potentially protect it or do anything with it. Drawing 3 Verges is not ideal. We need a way to turn these into blue mana, but abandoned attachments should help. So let's see it. The opponent goes for another flash creature. Let that resolve, but I'm not abandoning my attachments just yet. I think the goal here is simple. When the opponent curves flash creature into flash creature, keep them dead. Get them off the field. Could really use some blue mana here. They don't have a creature on board though. We could go for the abandon. And then maybe we hit a blue source and we drop Grand. But I'm still too nervous for that. I'm gonna hold. That's a little aggressive. I think they have another creature. I'm right. And again, let them resolve that. But get it off the board immediately before they get to untap and do more things with it. But we could really use that island. Or a mountain. That works. That absolutely works. Now we have plenty of blue mana. Grand reduces this and this. Pretty amazing. Let's go for it. I think we can hold on the Dragonfly Swarm as we're accumulating resources. Most flash decks also run counter spells, so we got to be careful with Wisdom. Ah, Washing Tongue. Okay, let's get 3 cards. And boom, a Quench. Love it. That deals with it. Let's also use Abandon Attachments now. We can drop second Grandma. One's all Grand. One Grand's all we need, right? All right. Combat. Attack. You get to draw a card, then discard. Let's go for it. There are flash creatures. I'm a little nervous about this attack. There might be an ambush waiting for Grand, which would be a disgusting, hideous thing to do. Okay, there isn't. I wasn't nervous. I'm fine. I'm fine, guys. Everything's fine. This has kicker 4, but 3 because of Grand. So 4 mana could deal 5 damage to target creature. Could play the Swarm, but I think we just wait against this open mana. You want to make a flash deck act on their turn. So if they have a counter spell, they want to use it now, they can. And they're going to interrupt it. Okay. Well, now's the time. Let's zap that. This is going to plot this card, but we get to cast it for free on our turn, so it's not a big deal. We absolutely handled that like a champ. Oh, zero mana draw 3 is a vibe. What a vibe. Do we play you? I would discard 1 Swarm. I don't want to discard a Swarm. I'm sorry. Sokka was about to get discarded there. Is Sokka still discarded? I'm going to discard the Quench. No, we're ahead. Yeah, I am discarding Grandson here. No, I'm not. I can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it. Grand loves all the grandchildren. We'll just play this Swarm, we'll discard the land, and we'll hold up 2 interactive pieces as we set up to punch them for 8. That creates a clue. It also gives flying creatures +1/+1, so as long as we keep their creatures off the board, no problem. This is 9, they are 13. If all these lessons ended up in the graveyard and we draw discard another lesson, we might get there. Let's start with Sokka. We're looking to dump some lessons. And I think keeping the Quench is the right move here. To prevent enters the battlefield abilities. We get to 10. We're not going to get there, are we? Well, maybe. We get to cast the Quench potentially. Let's put this out. Pay 2 life. Few too many dragons. Not what I expected to happen. There you go. There you go. All right, we need a lesson off the top for lethal. Oh, wait, they took 1 from the town. We're good. Bye, grandson. Yeah, youngins. Into the graveyard. Take a lesson from Granny. Ooh, double basic mountain. Disgusting. I guess we hope this works out. I am very nervous. I think the Wild Ride is the card we put away, as it's much more of a late game kind of combo finish card. That's not a land. Oh, don't hurt Grand. I need Grand. I really need Grand to live. Don't you dare hurt Grand. Yeah, that momentum breaker is right. All right, land. Can't do it. Not good enough for a land. If only I had more talent. Yes! Maybe it's not over yet. Send an utterly disturbing message by going to combat. I'm doing it before they see that I have another land. I don't want them to know. Aha! You took a damage. Thunder in the Falls. More Grand. Let's go. Grand is back. With a vengeance. All that thinking to cast a Consult the Star Charts, huh? Well, we've seen what happens when opponents cast a bunch of Consult the Star Charts, but underestimate us in the end. It goes well for us. Esper, control of some kind. Or Evolving Wilds. Budget take on Esper control, perhaps? All right. Grand and protect with Octopus's form? There's a good chance they're going to blow everything up. And if they do that, the creature we most want blown up is Sokka. Not close. No, nobody's interested. Let's go to combat first and see what they do, since we're unlikely to get any prowess triggers this turn. It's actually Sokka, because obviously the enters the battlefield trigger is very helpful. And we have 2 of them, so if they counter or kill one, we have another. I can't stop kicking my space heater. That's okay, because our opponent's in no rush. These battles often take time. Another line we have is to pass the turn and just try to cast Accumulate Wisdom to find another land on their turn, or hold up Quench if they have a response. But I think this is the play. If they counter it, it is sad. But it does get a counter spell out of their hand. They do not counter it. They're letting me discard. We want to keep card selection, of which these all are. So I'm going to discard both of these, especially since we can't really hold them up without land. We do hit a land. But, man, if we play Grand and they blow the board to smithereens, which I do think they want to do, what's our follow-up? You again? I suppose we go for it. Make them have it. I do feel like they have it. This is a good follow-up. Whatever card we draw for turn and the combustion technique can be discarded, setting up an Accumulate Wisdom that gets 3 cards. So, oh, Greed's Gambit. This is some kind of a handoff deck. They're going to try to give me the Gambit. If we draw Boomerang Basics and bounce this, we get a huge advantage. We just need to draw one. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So what do we do? What do we do? Do we attack first? If we attack, draw a card, then discard a card. Can discard this, can dig for 3. Oh, yeah. We have to find this Boomerang Basics. That would be so huge. We have to do it. We have to get a lesson in the graveyard first. All right. Blue. Swarm. Keep drawing Swarm way too often. All right, I'm doing this. It feels really bad, but I think I need to. Now we get the cost reduction so we can cast this, and we have to hit the right cards off the top. Okay, that's pretty good. Keep going, keep going. Boomerang, 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 boomerang. We didn't get there, but we've got this combustion technique, and we have a Quench for next turn when they try to give us the Gambit. But man, this is not good. No, we don't have a Quench anymore. Grand bit it. Coveted Falcon for sure. Now they give us the Gambit. We're in huge trouble. But they just have one creature. Man, no, they had the Boomerang. No. Disaster. What a disaster. What an absolute joke. What a disgusting and cruel world. We had our chance. We had our chance and we blew it. Unbelievable. What a... Oh, my heart. It's so sad. How did they become the boomerang deck? Look how many cards we dug through. This is some of the most MTG Arena stuff I've seen, but we have to play on. We have to fight on. We have to do it. If it were a boomerang, I'd be laughing, but I think we just need to hold up the quench now. They know about it. Like, they know it's in the deck, so they have to be a little, they'll be a little careful, right? Uh-huh. They're not going to be careful, right? They're going to play Iroh, and then they're going to play the Gambit. No, that's... Oh, they're reading us like a book, and I hate it. I hate it so much. Thanks for the nowhere to run. Appreciate it. You're not gonna catch me paying your ward costs. This is so... No. Gain control. Aye. What the heck? I can't even do anything with it? Oh, Jesus. I have been beaten into such submission, and I still can't find a boomerang. Not one. You got it. I can't. My heart hurts too much to continue. Ah! Cool deck, though.